ايش قد تبصره ايوه باشا قد هوداي ايمن بشليوا على اربع كزيوا بشيله لين لا ايما خيوا تشنج طلاري شاني بلضيوا على بصره كزيوا بشيله لا هذا خيوا مخاي روماي كو بالوطه وبصره مشيخه اي الى اختي تجرت يود اخلاق خيو قد مشيخه شاكل ولا. So Jesus had to take that sin. So the first one was the thorns. تمزلوا مد عديا تخمنياتا بيشاته اتساطانا همزم يونتياتا. When Satan comes to our ears, our thoughts gets dirty. So Jesus first, what did he clean? Our thoughts. بدو crown تكمتالي قريشة يوقت تمزوا مد عديا. So he wanted to clean our thoughts. And then number 3 was the nails in the hands. The nails in the hands. قمودي قد إداتا كالي من قطلة من جيناوتا من بيشتا. So our hands can stop killing, from bloodshed, from doing evil things. You do everything with your hand. Your hand starts everything. With your hand, you commit the ultimate sin. With your hand, you have to touch, you have to steal, you have to do drugs, you have to shoot, you have to do everything with your hands. Right? So he put his hands on the cross for our hands to stop the bloodshed. Okay? Then it was the feet. Why the feet? Because the feet finish the sin, completes the sin. Without your feet, you can't go and commit an adultery. Without your feet, you can't go and steal. تلاقلاتك لما ساز جنب. تلاقلاتك لما ساز دوتزنيو تخسمنو. تلاقلاتك لما ساز قتل. You can't even go and kill. So your feet is the one that either take you to your death or to your life. خرطة أقلاتنا شيء نبليلي ين الموتى ين الخير يم أقلق داتة الخير يم أقلق داتة الموتى. So your feet is the last thing that will take you either to your death or to your life. Right? At the end أقلاتة مودي لمارا مودي لمارا يقول مارا لي خطيطة يبطن يمن بطنة يمويويا
خطيطة يمن ببطنة هصلموت
هصلموت أينا بتمودي بتأقلاتة مشي خموخو لله خموخو لله أقلاتة سبب إيدا بتشوتها بيا إنا أقلي متملالة. So always Jesus washed feet. Why? Because feet completes the sin, brings death. When you complete the sin, that brings death, and that's what James is saying. James says that, right? James 1:14. So what we have here, James moile marayaku, mare lechtiita, ibotna, iman ibotna, ihasla chtiita, iman chtiita pesha mutmulta betaklate. When a sin is completed by your feet, and that's why Jesus knew that the hands will want to take, want to bribe, want to do things, but he stopped them with their feet. He said, your feet will not complete the sin. So so that was the third one, the fifth one. The fifth one was modiwa, the spear. Rumcha, ورا من دبنت مارن. قمودي ورمخا مخيلة جلبة. It went through the heart. Why did the spear go to the heart? Because the lips speak from the abundance of the heart. If the heart is full of evil, lips shall speak evil. If the heart is full of goodness, then the lips shall speak goodness. So from the abundance. لبة قمودي مخيلة رمخة لبة سبب سبواتي همزمي من مليوتة لبة سبواتي همزمي من مليوتة لبة إن لبة يجاوي بيشتا سبواتي همزمي بيشتا إن لبة يجاوي طوطة سبواتي همزمي طوطة. So what did Jesus pierce for us? The bad heart, the evil hearts. He cleansed them with the spear. So what happened with the 5? He cleansed our thoughts. Why? Because it comes through our ears. So he cleansed our ears. Then he cleansed our eyes. Kamodi. Kulcha kamchi. Imat machele. When they whip a person, the first thing she does, blink their eyes. What happened? When you whip someone, they blink their eyes. For every whipping, there is a blink of the eye, because the eye is the one that brings the most sin to the body. The eye, aina ila akhji omen dit bushma yakhtita qabarnasha. But aina kul min di awla barnasha. Merem sheikh ain hawetu makure itmaro khti. Ina matul bzayed طيطو بيشان. يعني هرب تخاف. طيطو بيشان يعني مو؟ يعني هرب تخاف. وبينات يد البعض استادي ما طول يطلق عينه هرب تخاف. يا ترتو دوكس. So, what is Jesus saying? If you have eyes, then you always will sin. Your sin will remain. وأنا أبوش. رابع سباي. So موديك مارا لخا. So خمسة من ديان مشيخة خلوا لياوان. خدانا إيوانا تياتا. أخينا أيناتا. أخينا إيداتا. أقلاتا. سبواتا. These are the 5 things that Jesus cleansed in us. Our ears, our eyes, our hands, our feet, and our lips. Okay? That is called grace. So when they talk about grace, you need to think about only these 5 wounds of Jesus Christ. He cleansed your thoughts, your sins that comes through your eyes, all the whips. When you whip someone, they blink their eye. For every blink of an eye, there is a sin to be forgiven. Okay? A sin is committed. Oh. Hey, oh, hey. باقر كنا يا بوزي
أنا خربانة ولسانة خربانة.
Yeah, you're right.
كلوا انتوا
كنا زعلي
Shamasha in a dusi. Old Testament نشكيوه لشانة إلى أهدام برسو.
هنا لما نشيك أو كليلة متيلو إلى قد كوسا خينا لما خت لصبو.
هم من كلمة أمرت كلمة زمرت.
هر مخيات لصبو.
هر
خي نمبر 20. خي نمبر 22. I'm here number 22, Khazima 22. Ajay zona A number bush basura, Kashmir Petra basura, bush basura farm. Rabas 5. Okay, guys. So خمسة من ديانات مشيخة قنبا خلان خلل نتياتا خلل عيناتا خلل إيداتا أغلاتا وصفواتا هيا إلى جريس أن خمسة تشقيلة سقيفة سو إيمان متوية صليوة موضوعة بأن خمسة من ديانات تشتو بخلة. So now when you put a cross on you, what happens? You confess that you belong to Jesus Christ because he took all your 5 ways of sins on the cross. Rabbas 5. So there are 5 types of offerings God commanded Israel to bring to God. Okay? Burnt offering, sin offering, ukharta ila trespass offering and trespassing, ukharta itlan. Let's look at the 5 first. God gave them 5. Why did he give them 5? Because the cross is all about offerings. Okay? Okay. Then we have the grain offering and the peace offering. Okay? So we have 5 offerings that God أم يبلو 5 إكلو 5 offerings that هداية إمي مقروي قالها 5 ورخاته سبب قمتا هداية إمي وإربا يبيوا لك كهنا يصالي وبريشة إنا مو يا مروا قدو ناشا أدني وموية إربا يا مروا إيدو خمنتو للإربا يصالي وصلوتا بريشة ليه باقر وقدو ناشا مدويدا جنيوة طيلة زنية مد دراك زبنة كم دي تزمع إيدو خمنتو للإربا إربا يسقسي والي خزيوة إربا ليت الله للوما للكيا لا لموما للكيا صالي وبريشة خطيات الدونا شيوري ودو إربا يبرنه كمو يوطوصا قد إيمان بروني متنل سقيبا خينا ليه تخرن خطياتوخم وليه بقرن باسو إيمان بروني متنل سقيبا ليه تخرن خطياتوخم وليه بقرن باسو. So that was the picture. So always when they brought a sheep to the rabbi will make the person put their hands on the sheep and he will not ask him what your sin is. What have you committed? Whether you did drugs, whether you stole, whether you committed adultery, none of that. He will check the sheep for any blemish. If the sheep was good, he will pray over it. The sins will transfer from the man into the sheep, then the sheep will go. Why? Because God said on that day when I put my son on the cross, I'm not going to ask you for your sins anymore, and I will not remember them. It was the picture of Jesus Christ. When he will be put on the cross, God will not ask us, but he will bring a sheep with no blemish. So Jesus will come with no blemish and no sin. And that's why he will be the same picture of that sheep that the Israelites used to bring to God. Okay? For the offering. So, the burnt offering, we go to Leviticus 1 through 5. إلى كهنة فقط خا الخمسة.
قريل الموشة وهم زملة مريا عمة من مشكن وحدة بمارة همزم عن بني إسرائيل وأمرك الليل ناشا من نوخن شت مقرو قربان المريا من حيوان من بقرة من فسقة مقرويت قربانوخن اندوخا مقدة هاوي قربانو من بقرة أرزة لا لتشا مقرولة.
That's the picture of Jesus Christ. Allah Bursamele now is drawing the picture of Jesus Christ for them. Okay?
ترعد مشكن وعدة مقرولة وقبالة قم مريم ومتوا إيدي عريش الدوخة مقدة وبتايش قبلة إلا لعوادة خسايا الله وبارن الور بقرة كم مريم ومي بنونة أحرن شهنة الدمة ومريصي الدمة على المدخة خضروان الديلة بترعد مشكن وعدة.
So what do we see here? We see exactly the picture of Jesus Christ. And that is how the church will be cleansed, by his blood. But we're going to see how old is the sheep? It's a young sheep. How old is the sheep? It's a year old. No? A year old. So what does that mean? That means بغزاية وقت أبقر جارك هذا جوانقة جارك هذا سورة بشنة وجارك لابي للكة ولابي لمومة وخرطة. Amen. That is the sheep that will be accepted. Not only any sheep, a sheep that has to be young, a sheep that has to be pure, a sheep that has to be clean, a sheep that has not been connected with other sheep. You see, that's what you need to know. That's why it's young. You see, it's young, has not done anything with the sheep. See? So, متوية وقبالة قد أو أربا ليلة خويطة جو أربا يعني هلا ليلة هازر قد خاوت جو أربا ليلة هازر قد هاوي من إربة ليلة هازر إلى سورة بشي إلى هلا جوانكا right very good so خزخ إنانيخا نيخا بغزايخ برسامة لشكل مشيخة قدية okay let's go to the sin offering okay this was burnt offering now sin offering Leviticus 4:3-4 Fran?
If it is the anointed priest who sins, thus bringing guilt on the people, then he shall offer for the sin that he has committed a bull for the herd without blemish to the Lord for a sin offering. He shall bring the bull to the entrance of the tent of meeting before the Lord and lay his hand on the head of the bull and kill the bull before the Lord.
And that is if it's who's sinning now. Who's sinning in this case? The priest. لا؟ دائما هذه خشكلخينة هذه إلى كهنة إن خاطئ. أي ما هذه خمدي بوجدورة ما يمودي. ما ي تورا. بول. لا؟ بول مودي لبول. تور. موجة إلى آخر سورة. يعني سورة. لا؟ شركة. So modi la washaka. What is this bull that we're looking for? Until now, the Israelis are looking for that bull. Once they have him, then they can start their new temple. هالذي يطاوينا قد جروسي خطورة سورة لموما للكيا لنصار. مودي للأخ مودي. لمي رهيجمن مودي كله بدهم قرماتوخ. So مودي بايه قد باني le temple. The Jewish people want to build that temple, but they cannot do it without this bull. Why? Because that is the only offering for their sins. See? In order to have the temple, they need the bull first. They raised the bull, and they raised one in Washington, D.C., but it came with a white hair in it. So they said it can't work. It won't work. So
Well, how did they raise this bull if they knew it might have been the one?
because they believed it was the one. They thought it was the one. And they brought in a special farm, you know? And they took good care of it. But once he grew to become young, then white hair came out because God was too happy. So that's a blemish. Should be no blemish. Right? Until now they're trying. How about you?
Are they really?
It's reality. You can Google it. You can Google it. It's called the heifer. That the red heifer. Heifer. That's what they call them, heifer, right? It's the red heifer. You can Google that. You're going to see it. Until now they're trying. So that's the only way they can bring their temple back. Okay? They need that bull for the sin offering. That's the first thing they have to do. The sin offering. If they can do that, then that means they have the temple and they have the bull. That means the Antichrist is coming. Okay? The Messiah is coming. All right.
Wait, what are they thinking? When is the Messiah coming?
Once they have the bull.
Oh, okay.
Once they have the bull, the temple will be ready. And that means, because the temple is easy to build, the hard thing is to find the bull. Believe it or not.
Are they looking for where to build the temple to them, for the prior temple? Are they looking for the...
They're working on that. That's at work. And I think they have it all in place.
Yeah.
That is easy for them.
Israel?
Yes. Okay, let's do the trespassing offering. Ile 5:14-16. Again, it's Leviticus. كله إلى يكاني. كان بنات الدواجي بمالي قارئ يا وقول. مش لما قارئ لما سيدون. هذا سورة English عربي anything. ما نقال قالب عربي. قالب لو خب يقولوا كتابة إنسان. مدلش أنا بيتهم. English إتنا رابع بريه. خوش ميلا كتاب. please. When we chukru pur pur khamay.